Hello, Year 3. Welcome to your French lesson for this week. We're going to start learning about animals, and our first lesson on animals will be learning the names of some pets that we may have, or domesticated animals. So here's a question at the top. As-tu un animal? As-tu un animal? Which means, do you have an animal? And these are the animals that we will be learning about. So my turn, your turn. Repeat the names of these animals after me. Un chien. Un chien, which is a dog. Un lapin. Un lapin, which is a rabbit. Un poisson. Un poisson. Un chat. Un chat. Un oiseau. Un oiseau, which is a bird. I didn't tell you what this one was. It's a cat. Un chat. Un oiseau. Un oiseau. Un hamster. It's basically the same as hamster in English, but they say it in a French accent. Un hamster. Un cochon d'Inde. Un cochon d'Inde, which is a guinea pig. Cochon means pig. Un cochon d'Inde. We have got guinea pigs at school. On a deux cochons d'Inde. Un cochon d'Inde. Un serpent. Un serpent, which is a snake. Une souris. Une souris, which is a mouse, a less common pet. Or you may not have an animal. So the first question was, as-tu un animal, which is, do you have an animal or a pet? Here we're saying, no, I do not have an animal. Je n'ai pas d'animal. Je n'ai pas d'animal. So, as-tu un animal? You can say, oui, j'ai un animal. Non, je n'ai pas d'animal. Okay, now I want us, I'm going to point to each of these animals, and we're going to try and remember the names of all the animals. Then on the next slides, one animal is going to go missing, and then you're going to try and figure out which animal it was, okay? So how do we say cat in French? Un chat. Un chat. How do we say guinea pig in French? Un cochon d'Inde. Un cochon d'Inde. How do we say rabbit in French? Do you remember? Un lapin. Un lapin. How do we say mouse in French? Une souris. Une souris. How about a snake? Un serpent. Un serpent. How do we say fish in French? Un poisson. Un poisson. How do we say a bird in French? Un oiseau. Un oiseau. And how do we say dog in French? Un chien. Un chien. Now I'm going to point to different ones and I'm going to say the name and then I will point for you and you say the name. I forgot the hamster, so that's, which one's the, okay, we'll go with this one being the hamster and this one being the guinea pig. Un hamster. Okay, and now I'm going to point to different ones and I will say the name quickly, then I'll point for you. Serpent. Souris. Chat. Cochon d'Inde. Hamster. Lapin. Chien. Chat. Oiseau. Poisson. Serpent. Okay, now I'm going to point and we'll see if you remember what they are. Well done. Chat. Chien. Hamster. Cochon d'Inde. Lapin. Serpent. Poisson. Souris. Well done for remembering. Okay, now on the next slide, one of these animals would have gone missing. So carefully look at which animals we've got here to try and spot the one that's gone missing on the next one. Which animal has gone missing? Well done. If you spotted that the dog went missing. Un chien. Your turn. Un chien. How about now? Ready? Un lapin. Look carefully to see which one's missing. Have you spotted? Un poisson. Un poisson. How about here? Ready? Un hamster. Well done for spotting these. And how about here? Well done if you noticed. Un chat. Okay. Now we're going to answer some questions. Well, a question that asks, as-tu un animal? Do you have an animal? And then we're going to respond with, yes, I have this animal. As-tu un animal? How would we say, yes, I have a cat? Oui, j'ai un chat. As-tu un animal? Oui, j'ai un chien. As-tu un animal? Who remembers how to say bird in French? And how can we say, yes, I have a bird? Oui, j'ai un oiseau. Oui, j'ai un oiseau. As-tu un animal? How do we say fish in French? Oui, j'ai un poisson. As-tu un animal? How do we say no? I don't have an animal. Non, je n'ai pas d'animal. Now I'm going to show you an animal hidden behind a circle, and you're going to guess what animal it is. Which animal is this? Un poisson. Well done. Which animal do you think this is? I can see something that looks like a beak here. Let's see. Un oiseau. What do we think this is? Une souris. How about this one? Un cochon d'Inde. What do we think is behind there? Il n'y a pas d'animal. Non, je n'ai pas d'animal. Okay, what I want you to do for your activity, if you have a pet at home, or if you have a pet at home, you could draw your pet, and underneath you could label it with the name in French of what kind of animal it is. If you happen to have a pet that we didn't learn about, maybe you could do your own research to find out what that animal is called. So I want you to do a drawing of your own animal or a pet that you have and label it with the name of the animal in French. If you don't have any pets at home, that's fine. You can choose your favorite pet out of the ones that we've just learned about. You can draw it and you can label it. Please make sure you take your time with your drawing because you're in year 3 now. I'm sure you have practiced your drawing skills for many years. So try your best with your best drawing and your best handwriting to label it with what kind of animal it is. If you want to challenge yourself, you could draw different pets that we've learnt about, and you can then label each of the ones that you choose to draw. And I will see you in the next French video. Well done, year 3.